What's up, guys? We're here on another one. So, as you probably tell from the thumbnail and the title, we're gonna be talking about a tree saddle. I have been super excited about these ever since I kind of saw them come out. I've been wanting to get one for a while. My bow shop had one and I had to get it. So, we're gonna see what comes in this. I bought a kit from Trophy Line, or I bought a kit from my bow shop who got theirs from Trophy Line. So, this is something you can go out and buy just as is. And it's got pretty much everything you need to get started. You'll still have to buy a platform as well as some climbing stands or climbing sticks. So let's get started. All right, so to start this, get this opened up here. First thing we see is our saddle. Then we've got our bridge rope, a lineman's rope. This is called your tether. I've kind of come to call it a tree rope because that's kind of what attaches you to the tree when you're up there and then changes your limb. And then mine came with 2 pouches and several carabiners. So that's what came in my little pouch. Got a little sticker and a little thank you card from Trophy Line. So let's get this put together. Okay, so we're gonna go through kind of how to put this saddle together, or at least how I was told to put this saddle together. So we got 3 straps. We got 2 leg straps, as you can kind of see, and then this belt. This little buckle right here, I mean, obviously I've never been in a saddle before, but man, it seems sturdy. It's quiet, or relatively quiet once you have it on. Seems pretty, doesn't seem like it's gonna let go. So undo that. It's got the same kind of buckle on these smaller ones for their legs. I'm gonna undo those. Just press those in. And then I do my waist belt first. The guys at the bow shop told me that this is probably the most important of all the belts, just because it's the one that for sure attaches you to the saddle. So I'm gonna reach through and grab these leg buckles. Strap them in, and they kind of told me that these aren't they don't have to be just like cinched down to where it's uncomfortable to walk. They can kind of stay loose if you want them to, and it's completely up to you. So I think I'm gonna leave them loose for now, maybe a little snug to walk around in and try to get a feel for it. And as we go throughout the year, you know, you guys are coming with me, so we're gonna see how this changes throughout the season. But next, I got these pouches. It's just a little drawstring pouch. This cinches up, opens up. It's got a button, so like Velcro or something to connect it. So I think that's nice. That'll help keep it quiet. And then we've got all these loops that we can thread things through. So I think I'm gonna put 1 pouch on one side. Attempt to put 1 pouch on one side. Just clip it. There we go. And then I'll take the other pouch, put it on the other side. There we go. Next, we got our bridge line. This is the line that'll go on these big loops right here and attach. We got a loop at one end. The rest of this will thread through. So I'm going to do that right now. And then they call this a crucix knot, just a piece of rope that's been threaded inside itself, and as the line gets tight, you know, it should keep this from passing through, kind of like that. So This carabiner will go on this other side. And you have it. And so theoretically, you know, your tether is going to be hooked onto this. If you wanted to cinch it up, you'd pull the slack out, and that'd bring you closer to your tether. So that's your bridge. These two ropes are the same length, so I'm not sure there's a difference really in them. Besides saying this one's gonna be my lineman, and besides saying this one's gonna be my, did I do the same thing? Besides saying this one is gonna be my lineman, and this one's gonna be my tether. Besides that, these two ropes look the same to me. If you guys know any different, please leave a comment down below to tell me the difference before I get too far up in a tree and end up being in trouble. So I'm just gonna take one of these and wait for this wind to pass. We're working on getting a mic, so we'll figure that out here soon. Take one of these, I'm just gonna stuff it in this pouch. Cinch that up. And then I'm gonna make this my lineman's rope. Now, I did end up getting this thing right here. This is a Ropeman 4. Because I bought my saddle, my climbing sticks, as well as my platform all at the same time, my bow shop said that I could have one of these since I spent so much at one time. And what the purpose of this is supposed to make you faster. As it's doing the same thing as this knot did. You know, just keeping the line from getting pulled out. It's to help set it. So you'd set that right there. And you know, it'd be up like this. You could pull it, but then it wouldn't come back down. Your carabiner would be through that, so that wouldn't happen. But you could pull the rope, but it wouldn't come back out unless you release that. So it was nice of them to do that for me. I'm gonna give Bowfreaks Archery is the bow shop that I go to. They're great people. Shannon in there, he's awesome. If you were to get into archery or get into anything like that, that's who I'd recommend. So Bowfreaks Archery, Chesapeake, Missouri, great people. But so from there, I'm gonna undo this carabiner. So I got a little tutorial prior to this, but this rope, or this little loop right here, okay, different from the big one, it's the small one, that is supposed to be your exclusive lineman rope, or your lineman attachment, okay? These carabiners have this little, I'll show you on a different one. Have this little knob like climbers have, and that's to tighten it down so that way it won't come undone. So, and then loosen up. So, I'm going to take these carabiners, put one on each loop, and then take my lineman's rope, and I'm just going to clip this into that one, and then take this big eye of the Ropeman 4, put it into my other carabiner, just like that, and then I'd be good to go. So ideally attached to a tree, pull myself close, cinches down, won't come undone, pull this lever, and there it goes. So, and then as I'm walking, I just take all of this, wrap it all up, stick it in this other pouch right here. So, and then I believe that's it. We have officially set up our saddle. You know, we got everything kind of cinched down, or I had everything kind of cinched down. I think instead of walking with this so long, I'd probably cinch this down like that, and then I think stuff it into this pocket. Seems like it. seems like a decent idea. But this is how he says he walks into the woods with it. So that's kind of how we're gonna try it, at least for a little bit, till we kind of find our groove and how we want to do this. So to unbox some of this, I'll show you guys. I've got the EPD, or the Everyday Platform by Trophyline. This was their smallest platform and cheapest platform, but that would just hook up against a tree, tight like that. And I also got the double step climbing sticks, the mini climbing sticks. There was 4 of these that came with it. Here's one of them. So that would be attached to the tree, and that's attached to the tree like that. And then you'd use those to step up on. So I've watched a few videos on how to get all these up there. I'll make another video on that kind of once I figure out how I want to do it and what I'd recommend to you guys. So we're gonna get set up here to shoot the bow. We're gonna put this in the tree. You're gonna watch me try to climb up the tree. And so, see you at the next point. Okay, so we got a tree here. We're gonna try and, we're not gonna try it. We're gonna climb up it. I've got 2 sticks and the platform, and I'm gonna kind of show you how to go up it. This will be one of my first times in the saddle shooting out of it. It'll definitely be the first time being this high up and shooting out of it. My bow shop has a tree kind of put up in their indoor range, so I've gotten to shoot out of their demo a few times, so this will be the real deal, or be like the real deal. I've got a target set up kind of just behind this camera right here, so I'll be shooting. You guys get to see it, so I'll see you in the top of the tree. So, kind of got everything scattered about here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my platform and that crucifix knot that I took off. I took that string and I'm just going to attach that back there. I forgot a line to pull my bow up, so I'm going to use one of these, oh goodness, what are they called? I'm going to use one of these to help my bow get all the way up. So I'm just going to attach that right here, and when I go to connect myself to the tree, I'll unhook it before that. So first things first, we're just going to leave one right here off to the side, and we are going to take and set this one up about waist high, roughly ish. Okay, make sure it's pointed up the right direction. There. Set that right about there. Swing this around the tree. Hook it on there. I'm going to try and keep this somewhat up. When I mean up, I'm talking about keeping the strap up above, so when I push it down, as you guys will see, kind of like pick up that end and just push it down. That way it kind of grabs a hold into that tree, and that's how my first one is set. I'm going to pull out my lineman's rope, swing it around the tree, and connect that to my lineman's clip. You know, I've got my bridge down here in these big loops, but I'm going to attach my ropeman, or what would be your crucifix knot, to that. And I'm just going to pick this up. I'm going to leave it up too. Now, cinch it. I'm going to grab my other one, pike my foot up here, and use my lineman's rope to get up, kind of like that. Okay, Do that a couple times. I'm going to get up here on top of my second step. Okay. Now, I've got a lot of slack here, and if I don't want that, all I got to do is grab my lineman's knot, or my lineman rope, and that's how that ropeman works, is I just grab a hold of my rope, pull it in. If I want to loosen it up, I lean forward, give it a little slack, and there we go. So, but I'm going to want it tight. So I'm going to move it up here to this limb, and I'll show you how we get around this. So, take this next one, set it up about waist height again, loosen it up. And I'm going to try and keep this one underneath my lineman's, so that way I don't accidentally catch it and tighten it down accidentally. Okay. Try to pull out some of the slack. Just like that. There we go. Can I get my other leg up there? That'll be tight. I'm going to loosen that up just a hair and work it down. There. That way it's a little bit easier to get to. There. Alright, so to get around this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my tether. Okay, and I'm going to wrap it around this tree up here. Okay. And I'm going to put my loop in there. Attempt to put my loop in there. Like so. Tighten that back down. And then I'm going to take this carabiner and hook it on my lineman's loop right there. Tighten it down. Okay. What that does, that's going to keep me connected to this tree like so, and allow me to lean forward, and hopefully the stick's not in the way. Loosen that one, undo my lineman's, pull it up here above the branch I'm trying to get above, and slide it back in there and tighten it down. Okay. That keeps me connected to this tree. That's what's going to keep me safe when I'm up here. Now, I'd say the most unsafe part about this is this right here, that I have to open that up. But it's very deliberate. It is very aware. Okay. If there's another way of doing this that you guys know of, okay, let me know down in the comments. This is what's going to keep us all safe right through here. Okay. You know, hunting's a fun activity and we need to be safe while doing so. So, okay, I got that. I'm going to take that out, put this back in my pocket, because I'm going to need it here in a little bit once I get my platform up. Okay. Alright. Move my lineman's rope up. Come up to my next step. Alright. So from here, like I said, I'm only doing 2 climbing sticks. Okay, if I were to do more, you know, I'd continue the process all the way up this tree. But we're just going to go with 2 for now. All right, I'm going to take my platform, get it untangled here from what I had done, and I'm going to set it up right about there. My target is over there if you can see it. Alright, but what I'm going to do is, the idea behind hunting from a saddle is to use the tree to kind of help hide you. So I'm setting my platform away from where I would expect the deer to come. Alright, and just like with the climbing sticks, I'm going to try and keep this rope higher up, so that way when I push down, it doesn't go down past where I actually wanted at. Okay, there we go. I got a little. Here we go. I got this all kinds of tangled. Un momento, Bobby. Okay, so I got that on there good and tight. What I'm going to do now is cam my platform over like that, and that should lock it in place. That should make this to where it is super stable. Okay, come up to my next step. All right, and just step. I would take it your first step, make sure it's nice and easy. See how that's kind of moving? Yep. If that happens, you know, you just go back down. Moving my bow swinging around here, tearing everything up. Okay. Loosen it up. Okay. Pick my platform like that again. Get it nice and tight on there. Cam that over again. All right, that should be good. That should have a good hold on it now. So, once again, just gently step over, slowly put more and more weight on it, and there you have it. All right, we are up the tree. Okay, what we're gonna do now is take our tether, try to set it up pretty high, just above head height is kind of where you want this at. Okay, not down there. What did I say? Just head height. So just like that. Okay, I'm gonna move this up a little ways. Now I'm gonna loosen my bridge up because I tighten it down to walk around in. Okay, and I'm going to take this and attach it to my tether. Okay, just like that. I'm going to move this up. Gosh dang it. Here we go, get back up there. Okay. There we are. So I'm attached to this tree now. What I'm going to do is undo my alignments. Okay. Wrap it back up. Stuff in my pouch. And now I'm just going to gently start putting weight down on my saddle. Okay. And there we kind of have it. See how I'm kind of, well, the tree's leaning. Ugh. Okay. See how I feel it kind of low? What I can do is I can stand up and tighten my bridge, which my bridge is tight because of that bow that I have attached to it, like so. And that'll keep me from hanging so far down. Does that make sense? So, that's my bridge. I'm gonna bring my bow up. We'll take a few shots out of the saddle. And this is maybe not the best tree do this out of this because it does lean quite a ways to the left. So, all right. But let's get this all untangled here. And I'm just going to take this rope and stuff it in this pouch right here for now. Okay. Ideally, I'd have some kind of leash to put on my bow so that wouldn't weigh all this stuff down. And then I'll have something up here to hang it off of. But all right, so we're set up. I'm going to kind of just hang. I can straddle this tree like this if I want, waiting on the deer to come. My deer comes, which is going to be our target right over there. You know, he's walking. I'm kind of using this tree as cover. I can straddle it like so. Okay. Draw down and fire. Just like that. You know, this is pretty comfortable right here, how we have this. You know, I feel safe. I'm connected to that tree like a big tree hugger, for one. But it's pretty comfortable, you know. Would I set this up a little differently now, knowing this tree's leaning so hard that direction? Probably. But at the same time, most of your trees, when you're in the middle of the woods, are going to grow fairly straight, you know. Well, there we go. We got up, we got down. Ooh, let's do this so you can actually see me. We got up, we got down. That kind of took a little bit of time, but I don't think it took a whole lot of time overall. It was comfortable. Honest review of it, you know. A few things were awkward in it, if I'm going to be honest. Gonna have to really think about how to attach things to get things up with me. Obviously, I'd probably have a backpack on. That would help. Definitely something for the bow, you know, which that's something that just forgot to bring. But overall, I'm a huge fan. I like it. I think it's going to be an asset this season that's going to be unparalleled. So you'll see me in a lot. See me in this a lot this year. So be excited for that. Like and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of those videos with me in this saddle. So this is it. Remember, keep hunting, keep fishing, and most of all, keep learning. Out.